What were some of the challenges filming in a vehicle?
Filming in a vehicle, the first challenge actually was that I was zip tied half the time.
Make sure everything's in order. You kept the smoothie?
We were just driving back and forth as we did the different takes.
You were like reliving like a kidnap fantasy of yours? It's a thing. I'm not come on.
The interesting thing was I had never met my co-star until the shoot day. But we had each other on social media, but I did see him in public and I was like, him. That's who I want to kidnap me. So
how was it directing yourself?
That was definitely a challenge because there's no time for playback, honestly, especially with the car scene and all this kind of stuff. So I just had to go with it. I had to trust myself and my own kind of acting skills to know, okay, I know myself that take was good even without seeing it, just because of how I performed. But it was definitely challenging. Going back, I'd want to have like a gaffer so that I could get the lighting proper and stuff, because it's hard to see since the camera monitor isn't that accurate to what you're actually getting. Our sound person was actually in the trunk. So there was boo.
And again, you keep working at it, you keep doing films, and you know exactly what you're looking for. Like you said, you knew your performance, like it's good enough, let's move on.
Yeah.
I mean, no, and this is the first of many films. You're gonna make a lot of films moving forward.
Yeah, I hope to make more.
Acting or filmmaking, which you prefer?
So my first passion is acting. My agent is actually in the audience. Shout out to Lisa. Yeah, but I wanted to get more footage for my demo reel, and I was like, I spent so much time being in other people's short films, so I was like, let me try and make one myself. So I wrote one. I'm definitely passionate on writing scripts, but I don't think that would want to be my full-time thing, and I did enjoy directing. However, that's just so much responsibility. Like having to find the people, hire the editor. I love writing scripts, but I wouldn't want to put my script in the hands of someone else to portray my vision. I cannot handle that.
Because when you write a character, you have yourself in mind, right? You're writing for you. I do the same thing. You can play, you can do both, you can do all three of them. Every once in a while you can direct, you can be in it, and you can have fun, and it gets easier as you keep doing it.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to it getting easier.
There's an element of letting go and not giving a shit.
Yeah.
And just that alone makes it more organic and natural.
Yeah.
Because you're not so self-conscious about everything going on around you. You're like, look at me, I'm so stupid on camera. It's great. I'm not even acting.
Happy birthday to me, I guess.
Ooh, red velvet. Whoever the birthday girl is, she's lucky. But I wrote the perfect script myself. I got to eat cake, I got to be handcuffed. Like, it was perfect.
And it's the memories we make as we're filming it that tells a different story. Chasing the white rabbit, is there some sort of meaning behind that?
No. It's the prop I was able to get off of Amazon.
Who did the hand? You did the hand.
I did the hand, yes.
And you were like the delivery, the paper boy.
That was the paper boy.
For Jerry, you had? Yeah.
You owe me $12.75 for your subscription, sir.
Aren't you a little old to be a newspaper boy?
I've got progeria.
You look good now, though.
Thanks.
Yeah. How old are you, really?
12.
12. That checks out. You got a full beard. You're probably French Canadian.
Oh my God.
That's not an insult. Come on. Like, dude, I had a beard at 13. I'm French Canadian.
Feeling so down. Maybe you should have some of this tasty meth.
Where the hell did you get a huge bottle of methamphetamines, Nibbles?
Oh, Eddie, questions like that are just irrelevant now because all the joy is gone from your life.
I noticed that you were reading the script on your phone.
Yeah, I know, I was cheating.
Was that intentional? Did you mean to have that in the shot?
He wanted to... Oh.
Initially, you wanted the script on the table. I said, no, you can't have the script on the table. So I said, well, use the phone instead.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of maybe blocking it out.
No. I love your character. You're so defeated by life. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I am actually.
No.
It's inspired by real life.
You
events.
wrote this?
Yeah. And how it works is I'll write the script and I'll send the first draft to Francis and he'll send it back saying, lighten up for God's sake. I'll send it to Scott and he'll send it back with, are you okay, man? I'll improve it a little bit and then that's how we get things.
Torment me when I'm trying to have my whiskey breakfast.
Gee, Eddie, I was just joking. You should just drink your whiskey before it gets cold.
Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. All whiskey tastes like shit.
Are you happy with the reception? People kept giggling and laughing all the way through.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just as dark and morbid as you. That's why we're all drinking tonight. Whiskey breakfast, come on!
I've always really liked the idea of cute animals being really twisted. And it's just, it's a juxtaposition. It's a new word I learned today. Just something.
Words are hard, yeah.
I know. I'd really like to see a full-length feature of Scott being the rabbit.
This is your first film.
It is.
You directed and starred in it, of course. How is it directing yourself?
Well, thankfully I got to work with Dennis, so he offered a lot of good points and camera angle options.
Were you looking at the takes and criticizing yourself and?
Only like a week later.
Michael, how can I help you?
Michael! Wait, I'm coming!
Hello?
Don't hang up! What? Oh, I have been on hold for 6 hours before at a time. And I have had calls drop, and I have tried to sleep with a mosquito. Has anyone else tried to sleep with a mosquito?
Yes. So this is all things that really happen to you. Wow, that's
Even, well, yeah, maybe not as bad at the drive-thru.
Lisa's so mean. She came and she just grabbed those color swatches out
I know.
of your hand. She's so mean, Tim. You shouldn't be afraid of your wife. I'm just saying. I'm afraid of her.
I brought out the best bitch in her.
How was the experience overall? Will you do it again?
Maybe. Yeah, possibly. Probably.
Well, you had a really good reaction from the audience.
Yeah.
It turned out really well.
Fun. It was fun.
It was fun. It was relatable.
That's the thing. I wanted it to be relatable, something that people could go, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I hate it when I get hung up on. Yeah.
You don't have Seriously? Okay. You know what? It's fine. I'll find a garden hose. I'll just have water. It's all good. It's fine. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, great. You have a wonderful day. Bye.
Drive-through person, was that a real person? Was it you just stayed there, the drive-through, and they?
No, actually, it was a risk we took. I made sure that they weren't even open till 11, so it was about 9:30. It was Lisa's voice.
Oh. That's why I was so annoying. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Lisa.
She did such a good job being, and my son listened to it and he's like, yeah, that's millennial, or not millennial, what did he say? That's a minimum wage worker's voice.
Yeah.
Not too enthusiastic.
Thank you. Come again. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Good afternoon. Can I help you today?
I'm here for a manicure.
Chicken, we didn't have chicken.
Oh, any other questions? Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much.
And that was my real salon owner's, that was really her who let us film in her salon. And then I said, do you want to be in it? And she says, okay.
That's amazing.
She did great. Yeah, she was lovely. She got all dressed up.
We all make pretend together. It's a wonderful feeling. Thank you so much, Susie.
Thank you.
So does breaking in really work when you're trying to get someone?
No, it's creepy. I would not suggest it.
No, okay.
Not recommend it at all.
I was going to rob you, but I didn't. You know, I've been coming here every night for the past week to just stare at your photo.
It's the idea of love that we're in love with sometimes. That's one of the aspects I got from it. Is that right?
Wow. Say that again. Let me absorb. I need a moment
Take credit for this brilliant thing you just did. I mean, it's like the longing. It's safe when you're longing for love from a distance.
Well, that's a good point, because like the character says, a photo will never break your heart. So it'll never give you the love of a human being, but it will never give you the sadness either. So do you take a chance with a human being, the risk, the rewards, or do you settle for a photo?
This is an amazing film, Dennis. I'm just saying. It resonated so profoundly with me. Thank you.
So my background's from Turkey, and there's an old folk tale about a guy falling in love with a painting. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of modernize it and make a modern movie out of it.
How much are you selling the script of that movie? Because the story is very well written, and I feel like the hands of like.
A talented director?
No. You said it. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, you know how much I'm selling it for? Free.
Oh, okay.
It's all yours. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, because I feel like you can give it. There's so much you can do with acting in those scenes. It's amazing.
And someone's different interpretation of it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's very, very well.
No, for sure. I don't own it. It's yours. It's out there. Just
It's out there.
Go with the football. Yeah.
How was it breathing in that plastic thing? You played dead really well.
It was definitely a challenge of that shoot night, but I had a great team here to make sure that I could breathe, and we did a lot of like kind of faking of the layers so that I could still get air up to my nostrils. But yeah.
Let's fast forward to when you leave the bar.
I'm walking in a park with Alec. Lights. Unusual lights in the sky.
The alien was made out of clay.
Oh, cool.
And the way the body and the head was done separately.
Okay.
So that the head could rotate. Yeah. And there was a green screen behind. So that's essentially, and afterwards, using frame by frame animation, I made the alien blink just to make it look more.
That's amazing because it's not stock footage. You did this yourself.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. Like,
thank you.
Respect, much respect. Yeah.
I still struggle with audio a lot, and room noise. So we shot his lines all in one, every line in one shot, and then we got her on the couch, and we shot every one of her lines in one shot. Unfortunately, there was an inconsistent noise issue, so it would go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can still detect it in the film now, but I tried removing the noise with the tools that they have in Premiere Pro. But,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good. You're using like a shotgun mic, like a really pointy mic, right?
It's mounted on the camera.
It's mounted on the camera.
Yeah.
Because if you do dedicated sound, which is like a sound recorder and a separate mic, and you want consistent room tone, which is very important, you don't know where some sounds are coming from, hums and grinds, and if you can't really remove them that well, just keep pointing it in the same direction. So when you switch to the other person, have it pointing towards the left wall all the time.
Then the room noise will
consistent room tone. That's one of the tricks. It's easy because I have a mic that's incredibly sensitive, and he could actually hear Mario's thoughts right now if I pointed it at him. It's very, very. Mario, stop it. I'm kidding. I love you, Mario. Don't make it weird.
All right, Sherry. At the count of 3, you'll be back in my office, safe with me. 1, the beings can't hurt you anymore.
There was a reference, correct me if I'm wrong, but when he said knife, there was a reference to Crocodile Dundee, am I right?
Yes. That was all Kenneth, our actor, like he just brought that with him.
That's not a knife.
That was his line. I think, I don't know, I wasn't actually conscious while we were filming that part. I'll let Colin tell that story.
I have an idea. It's not what you think it is. It's a base of MSG and sugar.
Ben got sick halfway through, and so unfortunately the show must go on, so I had to kind of do the directing. But Ben was sleeping downstairs and we had to shoot down there. So during the part where I need a knife, if you look at the back of the shot, there's like this lump like a blanket. That's Ben. Ben was asleep under the blanket and it's just like, hey, you can't tell it's a person, we'll just shoot it anyways.
All right, boys, I need a knife.
I had this idea to do a monster movie where he fights some stoners, which we realized also while editing it, it's like over halfway through that the monster shows up. It's very unexpected.
It is very effective, yeah.
But we're looking for a mask that would work, and like we kind of wanted it to be a food monster, so the corn ended up being the right fit.
Hey there, little freak.
Come on, Kai. The whole 48-hour experience, this is my second time doing it, is very much like a fever dream anyway. And yeah, it was interesting. I don't think we would have made this film if we had time to question decisions.
Yeah, I love it.
Also, the plot was basically dictated at Spirit Halloween Selection, so.
That's true. Sometimes
we wanted
the best
salsa,
stories.
but they had a corn mask, so that worked.
What's your process for editing, for real? To make it not tedious?
To make it not tedious? I mean,
setting little rewards for yourself is always good. Being able to like show it to people. I mean, having a deadline was super important, and I couldn't wait to show all you guys because a lot of you are filmmakers, obviously. So I tried to write something that was relatable, and hopefully a lot of you could relate to the process of like.
So like.
Hey Google, set a break timer for 20 minutes.
But there is a rush chasing that deadline, doing the last minute. You feel alive. I always do that. I mean, I edited Kino and edited the new theme reveal like this afternoon. Like, I am nuts. Yeah, you don't do me. Don't do like me. But, you know, there's something to be said about feeling alive. And do you do that? Do you intentionally or subconsciously chase that last minute high?
Well, I definitely do my best work under pressure. I've learned that enough from doing years of corporate video production where the clients are like, okay, you filmed yesterday, when can we have it? You know? So when the pressure's on, I tend to do my best work. I don't like to leave it till the last minute. But that said, the movie that I was editing is premiering in like 10 days.
And you also explored editing fatigue. Is that a thing that happens if you see something too much? You're kind of like, you're seeing through it, not at it?
Absolutely. I mean, and like at this point, it's true. I was staring at it so long. I'm like, I hate this movie. Like, why did I do this? Why did I make this? But like, you know, I'm excited to premiere it to people who have never seen it before because they'll have fresh eyes and hopefully they can see things in it that I'm not seeing right now.
Oh, I love this one. You filmed it yourself. Mm-hmm. Because the last Kino you did, you filmed yourself as well. So what were some of the challenges of filming it yourself?
Well, I was talking to Ben Bergeron, that's a lot of you know. I interviewed him recently. We were talking about this topic. Filming yourself sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it just making sure the camera's in the right position and pointed, and like, especially if you have an old camera, like back in the day when I was filming on the T2i that didn't have a flip out screen. It's just like positioning yourself, like it's the worst. So this is like, I've marked my words. This is the last one that I'm shooting alone. I'm getting help for the next one.
Especially if it's pornography. Okay, so you never unsee that, and then you never touch yourself again. Delaney, we did the theme. We're all adults. Fuck off. So we.
Don't you think that's a little bit cheesy?
What the? I have a secret to help against editing fatigue to help the process. It's called gin. Have you tried that?
More of a whiskey guy.
Whiskey, same thing. It helps help. And then listen to ABBA.
I love ABBA.
Right? You gotta make it fun. And the little rewards, what are some of your rewards?
I mean, honestly, the reward is getting to show it to people.
Yeah.
Like, especially editing this, and it was so funny. Like, it's the ultimate form of life imitates art imitates life. That like I made a short about getting distracted trying to edit something, and then while trying to edit that short, I kept getting distracted trying to do something else. But like getting to show it to my wife was a big thing. She's always the first person who sees everything that I make.
Was that her in the movie?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did she eventually pee though? Was it okay? No. Just wear diapers.
Better luck unsaid.
She's still in the bathroom.
She's in the bathroom. But it's true because it's that little reward, a little payoff. At the end of the night, you get to, you know, sit in a room with drunk people and show it. Because if you were just going to make your film, put it on YouTube, hope a couple people will see it, it's not the same.
It's not as rewarding.
It's not as rewarding. Kino is amazing. That's why we make a film. We get on stage, we talk about it, we get the feedback. People laugh, people cry.
How'd your day go? How was editing? Do you still have to work late?
Do you want to go to Kino?
What about my shoes?
You don't need shoes. It's live on Elgin.
Okay.
Perfect is the enemy of done, right? That's what they say. So like, I'm a firm proponent in that, and not like polishing and polishing and polishing it until it's, you know, like once it's like minimum viable, it's like, you know what, just release it out into the world. It's never going to be perfect. I'm not the George Lucas type to revise and revise.
You're right. You're over obsessed, and absolutely. So November 11th at the Mayfair.
That's right.
I'm going to be there. I'm excited to see this.
Thank you.
And how long is it?
It's 98 minutes. It's my first feature film.
Oh, nice.
November 11th at the Mayfair. We will see you there, because I'm excited to see this. How was it like doing physical acting like that?
Well, I have a wound here, and I have... No, it really was hard. I thought I would throw myself into it, and that was a bit of a mistake, because I know the wood and everything was, like, it had a lot of give to it. So I thought, I'm not going to hurt myself, which is why it looked so fake going against the cement wall where I'm like, ugh. But I ended up hurting myself severely on that wood that had to give, and I scraped myself, but you don't notice it while you're doing it because you're focused on what you're doing. The voodoo doll to me was, originally I had this story of where all the things in life that you have no control over that control your life would take effect. And I thought, that's a big concept to put in a really short film. So I thought, well, that's all represented by this voodoo doll.
This is a sequel or a prequel to the one you did last month?
It is both.
Oh.
It is both a prequel and a sequel.
What is the significance of the bear costume?
The significance is will be later on in subsequent films.
Oh, so there's going to be more.
So eventually, it's all going to come full circle.
The young love, the hopes and dreams you have of love, and you beat yourself out of it, and you learn to hate yourself because you're falling in love again, and you're catching yourself, and you're like, no. Maybe I read a lot of stuff into this week's themes.
But that's the thing, right? We all take something out of it.
Yeah, we all take some. So what was the significance behind whatever was happening on screen? Is there like a subtext going on?
There is a bit of a subtext. The subtext is basically that love is technically your enemy. If you look at all the things that you love, it's almost comes with like a bad taste when you think about it, you know, and a lot of people will shy away from that. So I'm trying to show that sort of overall theme.
But we jump back on the horse again, like every time. Part of us is masochists. We want it.
Yeah.
And yet it hurts so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Films that don't have a lot of dialogue just have always spoken to me. Some of the point of that was the music and the sounds and how it goes together. So hopefully when it goes on YouTube, you'll catch that. But that's it. It's the storytelling without words.
Yeah. The lighting was very interesting. There was a lot of red lighting against. It's like you used one light the whole time.
It's like we used one light. we used the car light. We used one or maybe two LED lights. We kind of went with it. The goal was to kind of create an outer worldly experience.
Angels deserve to be pampered, loved. Don't look at me like that, Mom.
Stuffing our actor in the trunk. So thank you so much, Gloria. I did do a test. Me and the DP and probably one of our PAs, we put them all in the trunk and we just tested it out. So.
Did you ever really close the trunk?
Did we? I think we forgot.
Well, that's pretty scary.
We forgot she was in there.
And you just go out for pizza and stuff, and you're like, sorry, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can breathe.
Stop telling me what to do!
Dumbass.
Having Gloria call Patrick a dumbass over and over and over was a highlight, I would say. I think it would be a highlight for you as well.
It certainly was.
There you go.
Are they the same age in real life, or is?
I think so.
Yeah, that's interesting.
younger. Okay. Let's go with that.
Someone actually walked up to us and we were petrified.
Security guard.
We thought it was, I think it was a security guard, but he was like, yeah.
In the middle of nowhere?
Kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe it was a ghost?
Yeah. maybe.
Did he show you ID?
No, but he did charge our batteries for us, so he can't be that good of a security guard. I don't know.
During COVID, we couldn't get out and make out like we used to with strangers, right? So what we did is we had like a weekly challenge where on the group we would have a theme and people would make a short film and then everyone would vote on it and the winner would get to choose the next theme. That's it.
Yeah.
And this was a while ago. I knew you pulled it off.
I think I filmed it on some little dinky ass camcorder thing or so. I don't even know. It was terrible. My actor as well, my husband and my son, because we were in isolation.
But the acting was funny. Look at the reaction you got from the audience all the way through. People were like reacting to it.
Don't let blubber guts over there convince you. Fight it.
Hey, do you know my chips?
Is chips. You know what? No, you know what? It is about the chips, because I think it's the last time I was ever able to eat Doritos. Oh. I know, right? That's heartbreaking. Because they're corn based and I can't eat corn anymore.
Do you really lick them?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Oh my God.
You lick them, you suck on them.
You suck them, you crunch them. Even, okay. I'm not.
You're making it weird.
Even the ranch.
Even the ranch.
Even the ranch.
The spicy is best.
I love when you call you. I love when you call yourself blubber guts. That's weird. I never heard that before.
Oh,
blubber guts.
Be fat. You called everything.
No, that was a long time ago.
Stop it.
Oh, stop it. Let's have a sense of humor about ourselves.